Hello, welcome to my blog, Accountant Cam. My name is Cameron Andriola, and today I am going to be discussing a presentation on employee versus independent contractor. The reason I chose this topic is I've often seen employers struggle with properly classifying their workers. And here today I'm going to be giving you a little bit of guidance on the types of things that the IRS looks for when determining how you should be treating your employees. Before we get into the technical aspects, I like to start off with a little joke, and here is a reminder of why we love IRS auditors so much. The source of my material today is going to be coming from IRS Publication 15A. So I would recommend, if there's anything that you want to look into in addition to the presentation today, that is the document that I would recommend reading. They provide some great examples as well for any types of situations where you may be wanting to classify your worker the correct way. The three categories that the IRS looks for when determining how your worker should be treated is behavioral control, financial control, and type of relationship. What they mean by behavioral control is when, where, and how the work is to be done. So you as an employer, if you can determine and instruct the worker on when they should show up, where they should be, and how they need to complete the job, then you are most likely in an employer-employee type relationship. Financial control. The IRS will usually look for things such as workers' investment. If the worker shows up with their own supplies and tools, or even other employees, this is usually an indication of an independent contractor. Work made available to the relevant market. An independent contractor will usually have a business where they go around offering the same services to other organizations in the community, whereas an employee will be exclusively working for you. Type of relationship, written contract. The IRS will come in and look to see, did you have a written agreement with this person? If so, did you agree to pay them a fixed amount, and did you tell them to do this specific job over this specific date? That's usually an independent contractor. Also, employee benefits. If you are providing things such as health insurance or vacation and sick leave pay, that's not something that's usually given to an independent contractor. That's provided for employees. The IRS provides this list called the 20 common law factors. I'm not going to have time to go through the entire list of 20, but what I will tell you is that the IRS recommends reading all 20 questions, answering employee or independent contractor, and seeing if there's a strong correlation for one or the other. There isn't any one question here that will solely determine the classification of your employee. You really have to look at the full set as a whole, and then you can decide this is good evidence or good supporting reasons for why we're paying this person the way we are. Now, the first questions 1 through 11 cover behavioral control. I'll look at number 7 real quick. Who sets the hours of work? This is a quick and easy question that you can usually tell if you're telling the person they need to come in and work between the hours of 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, then they're probably an employee. Whereas an independent contractor, you usually give them deadlines and they'll figure out their hours to complete that job. Financial control, questions 12 through 20 will provide basis for following the cash. So let's look at question number 12. What is the method of payment? If you're paying that person hourly or commission, that's usually an indication of an employee. Whereas if you have a fixed set rate for a job, or maybe a percentage of completion method, then that's usually a contractor agreement. So as I said, I like to end my presentations with a little joke as well. This is a friendly reminder for all of you who were filed on extension and still get to look forward to the October 15th deadline for your taxes. I know this is how many people will feel sometimes when filing their taxes, and just try to remember not to pull your hair out while you're doing it. So any thoughts or comments you have about this presentation, feel free to contact me through my blog, and you can also follow me on Twitter at AccountantCam. Thank you and have a good day.